Welcome, everybody. Oh, wow. So, I'm just waking up and I saw the news. Actually, I was watching TikTok and there was some of Andrew Tate's Instagram and Facebook was like banned. I'm like, why? For what reason? You know, if you don't know about Andrew Tate, you need to Google him. Recently he's been very active with, talking about how real men are supposed to act and what's the role of a woman in the society. Things that I personally have been trying to push forward to the world. And then, for me, just waking up to find out that such a strong role of a person who was, actively has been pushing, the the masculinity of a man and how important it is in the society, the role a man has to play in the society, and for everything he's been doing so far, to pushing that narrative, because it's very important. This news is bigger than we think, in the sense that they're actually out for people like him, people like him, who speak out for men, and like they're outrightly calling him a misogynist, and a threat to the society. Can you imagine that? Guys, I shit you not. I kind of like saw one of the news. This is why I'm even doing this video, because this is actually what I saw was very shocking, right? It's on the BBC, and this is how it goes. Well, I started reading it, and it was saying agitate banned from Facebook and Instagram. I was like, yeah, what's going on there? And then, okay, from the beginning, they were talking about who he is. Andrew Tate is a former kickboxer who rose to fame in 2016. He was removed from the TV show Big Brother over a video which appeared to depict him attacking a woman, although he claims that where is it? He claims that it's a lie and they were trying to make him look bad, right? So whatever the case is, they're trying to use this incident to now further drag him into the mud. Now, this is where things get sour really fast. So, analysis. Andrew Tate's videos promoting misogyny and targeting women have come to prominence this summer, with many teens commenting on just how much he's appearing on their social media feeds. Really, truly, he's been trending. And if you're on TikTok or YouTube, you definitely must have seen one or two videos of his. And the funny thing is, so far, I have not seen a footage of him that I would consider misogyny, right? Well, nowadays, people's definition of misogyny, varies, but we'll talk about that later, probably in another video, right? So, but I wouldn't say he's misogynistic. From my own angle, I feel he is somebody that promotes masculinity. This is something that is being suppressed in the society nowadays, right? And by the time, and when people actually, when men actually talk about or act like men, it's considered misogynistic, So this is what we're dealing with nowadays, right? So, um, you know, so the focus has been primarily on TikTok, where users say they've been readily served up his videos, sparking a new wave of videos commenting, criticizing Mr. Tate's content. YouTube has also found itself under pressure. Can you imagine? Like, he's an issue since it's where he's racked up millions of views. This is where the article starts to get interesting, right? I revealed how social media sites promoted anti-women hate. Anti-women hate. How is what Andrew Tate all about is anti-women hate? I couldn't believe what I was reading, but it gets worse. For BBC Panorama, the investigations expose how some platforms' algorithms were recommending more and more misogyny to a troll account. Since then, several sites has made commitments to better protect female users, but once again, questions have been raised about the role social media sites play in pushing anti-women content. So this is the what Facebook or Meta, calling themselves Meta nowadays, uh, Facebook and Instagram. This is what they are trying to like highlight, and this is why he got banned, right? So based on this narrative, this is why Andrew Tate is getting banned. Okay, so a genuine threat to young men. A genuine threat to young men. This is so funny. He has drawn criticism online for his comments, uh, particularly from UK advocacy group Hope Not Hate, okay, which welcomed the most recent ban. So this is a group named Hope Not Hate, which hates him, basically. Joe Mulhall, director of research at the group, said, Tate poses a genuine threat to young men, radicalizing them towards extremism, misogyny, racism, and homophobia. Okay, see, misogyny, not true. Racism, not true about Andrew Tate. Please, if there's a video of him promoting racism. Just put the link down in the comments, okay? And homophobia. If this actually happens, right? You see, the problem is whatever the people pulling the strings, and this is why Jordan Peterson also became a figure, because when it comes to homosexuals, right? This is about sexuality. That's it. You know, and we straight men find it really disgusting, right? For another man, like, or another woman to, like, you know, I don't even want to get into it, right? So, but like already, as a Muslim, it's a no-no, right? Allah, that's God, has forbidden us to commit such a thing. So all this narrative of us like getting being cool with homosexuals is something that is actually foreign to us, right? So I don't know if Andrew Tate is actually telling men to not be homosexuals. It's a good thing. That's what I can say for now. I'm going to do more videos on this, so stay tuned. He added, "We've provided significant evidence to the major social media platforms, including Meta, about his activity and why he must be removed." So they were actually pushing for him to get removed. We welcome Meta's swift action to remove Tate and will be putting pressure on TikTok to follow the same example. So these are the kind of people that are trying to suppress the voice of men nowadays, right? Now, somebody like me, if my channel actually picks up, this is exactly what's going to happen to me as well. Because I share the same values as Andrew Tate. Yeah, he's not a Muslim, and you know, in one video he made, this is what actually got me drawn towards him, because in one of his videos he made, he actually pointed out that Islam is one of the last religions, true religions, because we as Muslims are very strict with how we approach life, and we don't take shit from anybody, right? So I'll speak more on this in another video. So you know, let's keep at it. I don't want to digress. So a TikTok spokesperson told the BBC, "Misogyny is a hateful ideology that is not tolerated on TikTok." We've been removing volatile videos and accounts for weeks, and we welcome the news and other platforms also. Platforms are also taking action against this individual. Wow. Absolutely a misogynist. Videos about Mr. Tate has proved popular across social media platforms, particularly on TikTok, where videos using the Andrew Tate hashtag have been viewed more than 12 billion times. Wow, that is good. This is really good. But this number represents not just videos of Tate and his supporters, it also includes videos made by people criticizing the influence. Okay, so I don't want to make this video long. I'm just going to skim through some of the things that really got me with this post. Okay, so later in a different video, it said, I have responsibility over her, then I must have a degree of authority. Okay, so when it comes to having, you see, there is anybody that thinks that what he said here, there's something wrong with it, is caught in the matrix, right? Has been brainwashed into thinking that a woman is should I say, your equal. Yes. A woman is not your equal. Okay? Now, let me explain. In our religion, when you want to marry, you actually, a woman cannot marry you. You get to marry the woman, right? And you pay a bride price for her. This has been the norm. And also, in the religion, Allah has mentioned that we are a degree over the woman. So that is to say, if you are the president, she is the vice president. So you're not equals. You are the leader and you are the head of the household, right? So if Andrew Tate is saying, if I have responsibility over her, which every man does, a woman expects you to be responsible for all the financial obligations in the house, right? If not all, most of it. If you have responsibility over her, then I must have a degree of authority, which is true. What is so wrong about this statement? That BBC will publish it under the context of, oh, look at what Andrew Tate is saying. Look at what he's saying. He's so misogynist. It's so bad. For crying out loud. I don't see anything wrong with what he said there, right? Okay. So he added, you can't be responsible for a dog if it doesn't obey you. He's just giving you an example. It's just an example, right? Fine. Not a perfect example, but nevertheless, it's an example. Okay, not for you to take out of context. This is what has been happening lately. He's been taken out of context in so many things he's saying. It's either they don't want to believe what he's saying or want to align with what he's saying, you know, so they don't even want to listen. They just take it out of context and they're okay with that. Okay? That's what's happening. So the BBC app has approached Google, which owns YouTube, for comments. Okay, so like I said, I don't want to make this video very long. All I want to do now is just conclude on this matter by saying that I think there are strings being pulled. You can call it the man, you can call it whatever. You know, those one-eyed strings, those one-eyed, you know their logo, they have a logo, that one eye, that's those authority, those figure, those behind the scenes figure, however you want to put it. They are the ones that control the media. They're the ones that control how the world should look like. So in their new world order, they want to suppress men from being men. That's why there's so much porn out there. Porn is free. And when you consume a lot of porn, like, you lose your energy. And they want men to just be suppressed. They want men to not be men. Because if men live up to how a man should be, which is strong-willed, you know, physically strong, also strong-willed, uses his brain to the fullest of capacities, know his role as a man when it comes to marriage and in society, then we will have a lot of men, great men, doing things, and the world will be, wow, what a world. I would love to see what the world will look like if men were men. If men didn't shy away from just mediocre attempts to suppress them, you know. So can you imagine that there are only a few men that actually speak up? There's you know, Rollo Tomasi, there's including Andrew Tate, there's Rich Cooper, there I can list them, you know, but these men have been speaking up. We have Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels, you know, that are speaking up on, you know, what a man should really look like. Now this string people, don't want that in their order, in their new world order. They don't want that to happen. They don't want that to happen. They just want men to be like Sims. They want men to be Sims. Plain and simple. So if we have more Sims, the better things go for them. I would elaborate on this also in another video. But for now, I think they are after Andrew Tate. I don't even think I know they're after Andrew Tate. They're after him, and they want to get him for misogyny. They want to get him for, let's start with extremism. They want to get him for extremism, misogyny, racism, and homophobia. This is what they are coming at him for. Okay. So if a man speaks up in society for how things should really be, how men should really act, this is what they are coming at us for. Anyways, guys, I've said my piece. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.